Hello and welcome to another mod review. Today we'll be looking at one of my favorite RTS games of all time, Company of Heroes, specifically with the Blitzkrieg Mod version 4.8.1.0. Company of Heroes was released in 2006, with the first Blitzkrieg Mod released in 2008.
Enemy unit down.
Assuming you have no idea what Company of Heroes is, in a nutshell it's a standard World War II base building game. However, like Relic's other title, Dawn of War, the Warhammer 40k game, units move and are organized in groups of 4 to 6. Vanilla Company of Heroes had a pretty good cover system, using the green, amber to red to indicate the level of cover and exposure. There's 4 groups you can play as: the Americans, British as allies, and the Wehrmacht or Panzer Elite as the Axis. Now for the good stuff. Blitzkrieg is a total conversion that changes nearly every aspect of the original game. There's new units, high-res textures, new maps, new tech trees, new game modes like no population cap, new mechanics, and more. You'll find the general range of the units was increased with the camera backed out to give you a better view of the battlefield. One big change is units are much more vulnerable than before. I remember in the vanilla game, I had a squad in a firefight with another squad, completely in the open. I believe it was on the road, and nothing took place. No one was killing each other. They were firing back and forth, and it took forever for anything to actually happen. And that was in absolutely no cover. Now in Blitzkrieg, the units can be cut down within seconds by a machine gun if they're caught in the open, so the units are just much more vulnerable. Another issue I had with the original game was there was a tendency for early game to be strictly infantry. Then as you got resources and new tech, you transitioned into almost completely armored warfare. Now with the new units and tech trees in Blitzkrieg, I've been able to halt a massive armored assault with well-equipped infantry squads and heavy cover. I really like this focus on cover because it forces you to make decisions on ambush points, avenues of approach, and terrain density. The new units take a little bit more of a historical approach than the original game too. For example, the Panzer IV now has J and H models, and the J model is a motorless turret, making it less expensive, but the tracking is slower. The first couple of games might be a little bit slower because you have to learn all the new units and what they're good at, what they're not so good at. It gives you a lot of detailed information on armor thickness and what its strengths and weaknesses are now. But this gives more variety to the game, and once you get used to it, it really pays off. Now with Blitzkrieg, I did notice a few technical issues, like occasional frame drops. With the new camera distance from the map, some of the terrain doesn't render properly because it's supposed to be off the camera and not visible when it's zoomed in, like in vanilla CoH. Also, the campaign mode doesn't work in the Blitzkrieg mod. However, you can still launch vanilla CoH and enjoy all those old campaigns. Blitzkrieg was made to be skirmish and multiplayer anyways, so there really isn't that big of a deal, and I didn't notice any of these issues that often. Now, the question might be asked, why bother with Company of Heroes when Company of Heroes 2 is out and Relic is rolling out the new DLCs faster than new iPhone models? Well, I tried Company of Heroes 2, and although it looks good, the issues I had with vanilla Company of Heroes were only compounded in the second game. Units firing back and forth and nothing happening. I'd like for the firefights to be resolved faster. The big one for me is the range of the engagements. Look at the following video. This is from the company site. It's a little tutorial video on different unit types and stuff. The firefights are well within throwing distance. The only thing I can think of is the reason for this is that they want, or they think the player wants, to get really up close and personal with the individual units so they can see all the great poly counts and animations. Now you can find the latest version of the Blitzkrieg mod at the ModDB. I'll have the link in the description. I highly recommend it. If you're interested in having the Wehrmacht and the Panzer Elite actually speaking German while keeping the English of the American and British forces, I'll put the link for those files in the description also. It's really easy. It's just downloading the German voice files and replacing them in the directory. So if you're looking for a faster paced, better looking, higher resolution Company of Heroes, be sure to check out the Blitzkrieg mod for Company of Heroes. Give me your recommendations or comments down below, and stay tuned for more videos. Thanks for watching.